Chris here from Winnebago. We're just doing a small video for mygenerator.com.au on a oil change for a Yamaha 2000i generator. It's pretty basic. The only tools you need is a small Phillips head screwdriver, a clean rag, your replacement oil. Just refer to your manual, but you can use a Yamaha or you can use just a generic 10W30 oil from just your local hardware store. We use a Briggs & Stratton. It's a good brand, reliable brand for power equipment, so we're quite happy to use that. All you need to do for the oil change, which you probably need to just refer to your manual as to how often you change your oil. It also depends on your usage, but we like to do it about every 6 months. We've got a twin-tech system, so we've got 2 generators, so we like to do them at the same time so that we know they're both running well and running smooth. So the only other important thing with the oil change is just to keep it on a nice level ground. You can do that by eye. Just keep an eye on it, make sure everything is nice and level when you're refilling it. So I'll just turn it around so you can see what we're doing. And you've only got 2 Phillips head screws at the top here of your outer case for the Yamaha. So you just unscrew them. We've already taken them out, and then the cover will just pop out. Just get your hand behind there. Now you've got your oil port down here. That just needs to be undone. You'll see when you first get your generator, you've got a little door there that you can just undo, just to fill your generator up the first time. I find it's easier just to take the cover off when you're doing the oil drain. You can do it with the cover on, but it's better just to take it off, and then you can make sure it's nice and clean. So turn your petrol off. One thing you can do just before you do your oil change, if you want, it just makes it a little bit easier. It makes the oil a little bit looser, it runs a lot easier, and you can start your generator up for 5 or 6 minutes. We've already done that, but I'll just show you. So you just get that running just on idle, on eco mode is fine, and that'll just make sure that all the oil comes out nicely for you. So we've already done that, so we'll just cut that out and we'll do the oil change. Just make sure you turn the petrol nozzle off. That'll just stop the petrol leaking out of the top cap. So you keep that clean rag on standby. That'll just you can use that just to clean out some of the excess oil. Once you've drained it, you've got your small tray here. That's what we're going to be draining it into, and then we can dispose of that oil correctly later on. So we just take out that nozzle. You just want to lift that generator into the tray, and you'll see it'll just drain out there. We've already drained a little bit out, so it's probably only about 700 or 800 mils, I think. So you can get away with 1 litre bottle, and that'll leave you a little bit more if you want to top it up later on. Just keep an eye on it every couple of months, but they're pretty good. We've had this one for a couple of years now, so just make sure that's all drained out like that. Stopping dripping, so most of that oil's out now. We just sit that down on a nice level ground, just by eye. Make sure it's reasonably level each way. You can set that oil to the side now for later on. Now you've got you can replace the oil in your generator with a funnel and your bottle. We find it's easier to get one of these squeeze bottles. You can get these from any you know, Bunnings or any hardware stores or anything like that. So I'll normally just fill that up to close to full. That's about 700 mils there, so that should be pretty close to what we need. I just find it's a lot easier to use these bottles than the funnel. The funnel sort of goes everywhere, so alright. Put that cap on. You'll see in the manual that you've basically, your level is basically till the oil is almost coming out of this hole here, so it'll come out on an angle, and just once it starts dripping out of here, you probably put a little bit too much oil in there, so but that's about the right level. You want it to be full, so we'll just squeeze that new oil in there, that fresh oil. It's quite easy. If you're busy, it'll only take you 5 minutes to do a proper change, and it'll save you generator life as well, so it's worth doing as often as you can. But like I said, we just do it about every 6 months. That oil going. That's getting close to the level now, and it's just started dripping out, so we know that that's reached the level. So we just double check that that generator is level. There's a little bit dripping out, so it's full. That's alright, we can let that drip out. We can clean that up later on. It's better to be full. Just replace the oil cap, and it'll squeeze that excess oil out. Now what you can do is you can use that clean rag, and you can just clean out that excess oil in there, and just around the generator. Keep that nice and clean. You can see these generators, after, you know, probably a year and a half, almost 2 years, the inside is just immaculate. So if you keep them clean, they'll run well, and you'll have them for years to come. So that oil cap's on nice and tight now. Now all you want to do is just put that cover back on. You can replace those screws as well. And once the back cover's on, your oil's been changed, all you want to do is give it a little run in. You can run it for just a couple of minutes, but we like to run it for 5 or 10 minutes with that new oil, just to free it up. So we're good to go, and we're good for another 6 months. Thanks guys.